Hi everyone. So I wanted to come on here and show you like my complexion side. I mean I've done plenty of eyeshadow looks and stuff like that, but I don't think I've showed you like the complexion side of, my base part. So I wanted to let you know that I came on here and I put my morning skincare on, and then my sunscreen, and then I put on my foundation and my brows. That's it. That's all the further I've gotten. So from there, this is what I do. Um, I am not into the dewy makeup look. I like the matte. That's my personal, I guess, preference, just because I am over 40. I live in a hot and humid climate, and it's just matte is better for me than a dewy complexion because I have combination skin, sometimes dry skin, so matte does the trick for me to not make me look like I've worked out all day and sweated like a hound dog in heat. So anyway, this is where we start. Let me get my hair back here. Okay, so after I have all of that on, I go in with, the next thing I do is I go in with my bronzer, and I'm going in with Marc Jacobs. And I have this brush that looks like this, and it's by Complex Culture. And I really, really like this. I got it in a beauty box, I don't know, a while ago, like maybe a year, 2 years ago. Anyway, it is awesome when it comes to bronzer. So anyway, I keep the bronzer high and definitely just on my cheekbone, and then I barely dip it into here and tap it off, and I start like on each side of my forehead. This is how I contour. It's probably not the way you're supposed to do it or textbook, but I start there and I just go along my hairline, and then I touch up on my temples, but I just swirl this part in the bronzer because I like to keep this kind of sharp and open, because by the time I put my blush on, it will all blend in. Okay, so from there, I have a nude stick bronzer. I love this thing. I love this thing. And I go just along my jaw, just like that. And then I have this brush from KBD, and it's shaped like this. Like it's got like kind of a dip, and it's perfect for contouring around my jaw. And I go down my neck just a little bit, and blend that in. Okay, just like that. I have not powdered my face. I only powder the center part of my face. The rest of this I keep open. So here is when I usually spray my face with setting spray. I'm going to use a fan, high-speed fan. Okay, it dries faster with the fan. Plus the fan feels kind of nice. Okay, so anyway, I only powdered the T-zone. So I have this Beauty Blender sponge. Sorry, it's used, it needs washed. But anyway, it's like a gel, and it has a little pocket for your fingers. And I just dip just barely the tip into, let's see, what am I using today? I'm using Huda Beauty Cherry Blossom. And this does smell, so if you guys are sensitive to fragrance, it does smell. Anyway, I just stay in my T-zone, and because this is a gel-like sponge, I just press it in, just in this center part. I'm looking past you because there's a mirror behind you. So I just press this in, and I just stay right here. If I don't use Huda Beauty, I use Laura Mercier, or however you say that. I use her translucent powder. Anyway, I just really press this in, and then I carve out my jaw, or carve out my cheeks. And I do it very gently, like, because I don't want it pressed in, because I'm not baking, as the younger girls put it. So anyway, that's on and it's pressed in. So to make sure that I got everything, I just go through the center, but I haven't touched the side. It's still, and I know like some of this looks patchy, but it'll blend, I promise. But I have not touched the side of this where the powder is. So then I'm going to go in with Nars Desire, and I'm going to put my blush on, and this I just tap on till I get like the pigment that I want, and then I just lightly feather it in and up my temple because I'm blending this. See, the pigment's on, and I'll just go through and up, and I'll do swirls. I just blend this in just so this line, like I'm not so worried about this up here because I'll show you when we get done. But I go across my chin with the leftover and over here, and I like blush, so I usually put quite a bit on just because it makes me feel pretty. Okay, so then after all of that, I go back to my, because I wanted this powdered before I do this part. So I go back to my bronzer, and this is on a Morphe E26, and it's double-ended, but it's flat. See, both sides are flat. So this, I dip the small end in, and I just go down my nose on each side, just like this. And then I take this part and I go like this and I blend up, like up in the eye part. And I just keep blending. Like, I'll add some just to carve this out, but I don't want that solid line that's right here. So I use the flat end and I blend, you know, I'm still blending up, but I'm blending this in. And I take this small end and I go underneath my lip. And then I blend that in as I go. Okay. And then I spray all this in, and I'm leaving all this in with more setting spray. And then I just make sure that I don't have, this is where I blend away this and kind of mute that powder, kind of buff. And I notice I kept the powder on the inner part of my face, not the outer. So that probably makes a difference. Anyway, and then the last thing I do is I go in with my highlighter, and today I am using Ofra, and this is in Rodeo Drive, and I just go down the center of my nose, top of my Cupid's bow, my chin, just like that, and then I go just barely feather across my cheeks, and then I take whatever's left and put up here. So this is it. This is what you see. This is what I usually have done before I come in and I do an eye look with you. So let me finish my eye look and I'll be back. Okay, y'all. Here's the finished look. The eyeshadow palette that I used was Natasha Denona, the Glam palette. I don't think I said it earlier, but my sunscreen that I used was this by Kroger. And this in shade 220 is my foundation, and my brows is a whole process. That's like a video in itself. So any whoosies, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Got some tips off of it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment. Like, subscribe, share. And I hope you guys go out and do something nice for somebody. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.